Sometimes in life, we compare ourselves to others. We look at their beauty, success, or happiness and wonder, why can't I be like them? This often makes us feel unhappy. In today's world, with social media apps like TikTok and Instagram, it's even easier to compare ourselves. We scroll through pictures of others living perfect lives and feel left behind. This story is for anyone who has ever felt sad or dissatisfied, thinking others are happier. If you've ever wondered why life seems better for someone else, listen carefully. You might just learn something important. One day, a crow was flying through the sky and saw a beautiful pond below. He decided to land on a tree nearby. As he perched on the branch, he noticed a swan swimming gracefully in the pond. The swan's feathers were pure white and gleaming, and people from the nearby village had gathered to admire its beauty. The crow watched the swan for a while. "I wish I could be as beautiful as the swan," he thought. "Everyone loves the swan because of its white feathers. They probably don't like me because I'm not as beautiful." He felt a deep sadness in his heart. The villagers saw the crow and waved their hands to chase him away. The crow, feeling rejected, flew to another branch, but they shooed him away again. Feeling hurt, he flew off to the forest, where he sat on a tree, staring at the ground. People love the swan because of its feathers. "No one likes me," the crow thought. "If only I had white feathers, maybe I would be happy too." An old crow, flying by, noticed the young crow's sadness and landed beside him. "Why are you so sad, young one?" the old crow asked. The young crow looked up, wiped his eyes, and said, "I don't like my black feathers. No one admires me. I wish I could be like the swan." The old crow smiled gently. "If you could be any bird in the world, which one would you choose?" The young crow replied quickly, "I would want to look like the swan. It is beautiful, and everyone loves it." The old crow nodded. There is a magical spring deep in the forest. If you bathe in its waters with a pure heart, you can change how you look. But before you do that, ask the swan if it is truly happy. You might be surprised by what you hear. The young crow thought about it for a moment and then agreed. He flew back to the pond where the swan was swimming and asked, "Swan, your feathers are so beautiful, and everyone loves you. You must be the happiest bird. Are you happy?" The swan looked at the crow and said, "Thank you, but I'm not truly happy. People keep me as a pet. I can't live freely like I want. When I get old, they might even use me for food. I don't know what will happen to me next. I don't know if I'll still be alive tomorrow." The crow was shocked. He had never imagined that the swan could be unhappy. "Then who is the happiest bird?" he asked. The swan thought for a moment and said, "I think parrots are the happiest. Their feathers are colorful and beautiful, and people don't eat them. They get to live a long time, and they are not worried about what will happen to them." The crow thanked the swan and flew off to find a parrot. After a short search, he spotted a parrot sitting on a branch. "Parrot," the crow said, "your feathers are stunning. You must be the happiest bird." The parrot sighed and replied, "My feathers are pretty, but people keep me in a cage. I'm locked up all the time and can't fly freely like you. I'm always scared." The crow felt sad for the parrot. "Who, then, is the happiest bird?" he asked. The parrot thought for a moment and said, "I think the peacock is the happiest bird. People admire its beautiful feathers and keep it in a big cage where it is safe from harm." The crow then decided to visit a zoo where peacocks were often kept. He saw a peacock spreading its colorful feathers, while many people admired it. The crow said, "Peacock, you are so beautiful. You must be the happiest bird." The peacock looked at the crow and shook its head. "No, my friend," the peacock replied. "I am not happy. People take my feathers and sell them. It hurts when they pluck them. I wish I could live freely like you, without anyone bothering me." The crow was deeply moved. He realized that he had been taking his own freedom for granted. The crow thanked the peacock and flew back to the old crow. "I don't want to be anyone else," he said. "I am happy just as I am. I'm proud of my black feathers, and I've learned to appreciate my freedom." The old crow smiled warmly and said, "That's the wisdom I wanted you to learn. We all have struggles, but comparing ourselves to others only makes us unhappy. True happiness comes from accepting ourselves for who we are and being thankful for what we have. You are unique, and no one can be a better version of you than yourself."